insecurities, mental health, financial literacy problems. And I thank God that we were able to have these organizations come by today to give this information, because this is important. Because there are a lot of organizations, there are a lot of institutions that solve a lot of the issues that we have in our community. It's just that we are not cognizant, we're not aware that they're out there. So for us to have an event like this today, and for these organizations to come out, I just want to give a round of applause to everybody that's setting up, because it is brutally hot. I'm sweating, I got a rag in my pocket, I'm drenched, it is crazy hot, but they're still out here making sure that they're giving back to our community. So something that I always preach and something that I always profess, I grew up in the church and I know how important it is to work together. I know how important it is for the pastor and the deacon to work together, for the Sunday school teachers and the parents to work together, for the custodian and the administrative assistant to work together. You see, it takes a collaborated effort to get things done. And that's what we need in our community. And here in the Northeast Bronx, we want to set a precedent that we want to showcase what happens when elected officials work together. And not just work together amongst themselves, but work together with the community, work together with the clergy, the schools in our community, the community-based organizations. This is what happens when we all come together and work and give back to our community. So I have the opportunity. I started out in government in 2008. I'm born and raised in this district. I never lived anywhere else. I'm 33, I'm gonna be 34 this year. God rest my soul. In November, I'll be 34. But I'm 33 years old, and I was born and raised in this district. But 13 years ago, I received an opportunity. See, a lot of the times when our youth go down the wrong path, which is the path that I was going to go down, is because I had opportunity. I go to Butler United Methodist Church, so we had something called Youth on Fridays. They kept us in church on Fridays, kept us off the street, making sure that we're engaging with each other, engaging with our church and our clergy. But a few years ago, a decade ago, in 2008, I got the wonderful opportunity to meet a young brother. I went to lunch where I felt uncomfortable going because I was going to lunch with older men. And at that time, I was about 20 years old. I didn't want to go sit with these guys, but I know in order to go into a next step in my life, I had to go into uncomfortable situations. I had to go through a comfortable room. So when I went to have a seat and got to meet these individuals and learned that they were elected officials, because at that time, the only elected officials that I saw or were aware of were all Caucasian men. So when I went to sit at this table, it was a table with Assembly member at that time, Ruben Diaz Jr., who's now our borough president. It was one of my mentors, one of my fraternity brothers, God rest his soul, because I wouldn't be in the position today if he didn't take me to that lunch, John Hicks. But there was another man at that table who did not know me, and we were born and raised in the same community in the Valley, and he did not know me, but he gave me a chance. He told me to come in his office. He told me to learn about the community. He told me to give back to the community. He really put public service in my heart, and I love this brother here. I love him so much with every bone in my body, because I know if I did not meet him that beautiful hot day in 2008, that I don't know if I would have been here today. So without further ado, I'd like to bring up my brother, my mentor. I love this man with all my heart. And he's the Speaker of the New York State Assembly. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't get the YMCA, and we wouldn't get a lot of stuff in this district. So without further ado, I need everybody to make some noise for the Speaker of the New York State Assembly, Carl E. Hastings.
Thank you. Happy Fun in the Sunday, everybody.
Yeah.
I decided every time I speak somewhere, the first thing I'm going to say to everybody is, get vaccinated. How many of y'all out there vaccinated?
Pray for me, God.
I don't see everybody's hand up. We still have one of the lowest vaccination rates in the Bronx, up here in the Northeast Bronx. I had COVID. I'm fully vaccinated. I'm telling y'all, that's not something you want to play around with. I didn't really have severe symptoms. It's because I had the shot. I got the shot and then I got exposed 13 days after that. But I only had it for about 3 or 4 days. I'm telling you, please, I want to see all of y'all all the time next year. This Delta variant is nothing to play with. Now, I didn't come here to say, to bring everybody down. It's a happy, it's a good day. I want to give a shout out to my good friend, longtime friend, Pastor Pitt. Good to see you, brother. And I also want to give a big shout out to Councilman Riley. Now, Kevin makes it seem like I gave him an opportunity, but I think sometimes the way Kevin presented himself as a positive young man, and I've tried to do that because people in this community did it for me when I was a young man. And I felt like when you get an opportunity, when people have opened doors for you, you need to open doors for other people.
That's right.
So that other people can come through.
Yes.
And our brothers and sisters can make it through. And Kevin has done that, and he's doing a great job for us in the city council. I want to give a big shout out to our new Congressman, Jamal Bowman, who sent us a lot of money in the budget. A lot of money. Because the thing is, the state can't write the checks that the federal government can do. And I just want to touch on a couple things. And of course, another young guy who interned for me in Albany in 2003, and he's now your state senator, Jamal Bailey. I just want to give him a shout out as well. But then, Kevin said it's been a very, very rough year. And it's incumbent upon us in government to do the right thing. When I said that Congressman Bowman sent us a big check. Now, money is on the way for rental assistance, for homeowners, for excluded workers, and also for people who have small businesses who you can get a grant from $5,000 to $50,000. If you need information, you can call any one of our offices. It comes through the state. That's the first thing. The second thing, and Kevin mentioned it, in another month from now, finally, the YMCA will be open. I think September 9th is the official kickoff. $60 million, and 40 years later, because when I was a young man, we had wanted to have this community center. And one of the things is all of us, the congressman, the councilman, the senator, and myself, we put in scholarship funds. I promised everybody, when that center open, any family who wants to participate in that YMCA, it will be there. God bless you all. Stay safe. I love you. Thank you for 21 years of love and support in this community. And I'm going to say it again. Get vaccinated. God bless you.
Thank you, Speaker Hasty. So the story I brought about me going to Butler United Methodist Church years ago, and I want to give a shout out to my mommy. My mommy's here. It's my mother's birthday.